Hello everybody, welcome back to another math learning video, and today I brought you guys this problem. So let's see what it is. So the problem is asking us to solve, and what do we need to solve? We need to solve 16 over 25 to the power of 3 halves. So let's solve this problem. So in solving this problem, I'm going to show you guys two different ways that you can solve them. The first way, or the second way, is going to be, in my opinion, a little faster than the first way. But let's see, and you guys can write down in the comments which way you guys used and which way or which method you guys prefer to use to solve this problem. So let's start with method number 1. So first thing, whenever you work with fractions, you'd want to see if there's anything you can simplify. However, in this fraction, this is all simplified to the max, so there's nothing else you can simplify. So we're going to be working with these numbers. So first thing that we can do is that I am going to rewrite the 16 and the 25. Because if you look at the 16 and 25, you will realize that they have something in common, and that is that they're both square numbers. So 16 is 4 squared, right? And 25 is 5 squared. And you will see right now that this will help us, because, so this is all still to the power of 3 halves. And now, when you do an exponent to a fraction, that means that you are applying the exponent to the numerator and the denominator. So this 4 squared will be getting to the power of 3 halves, and this 5 squared will also be applied to the power of 3 halves, just like this. So it'll be 4 squared to the power of 3 halves over 5 squared to the power of 3 halves. So now, next step, whenever you are applying a power to an already power, so here we have this 4 squared, we have the exponent here. So if you're applying an exponent to an exponent, so we have an exponent of 2 here, and then we have an exponent of 3 halves here, and the same here. You can just multiply the exponents together. So this 4 to the power of 2 to the power of 3 halves is the same thing as 4 to the power of 2 times 3 halves. And the same goes for the 5. So it's 5 to the power of 2 times 3 halves. And this is equal to, so since we have 2 times 3 halves here, we can just, this 2 is like 2 over 1. So we can cancel out the 2 in the numerator and the 2 in the denominator. So for this 4, it will turn into 4 to the power of 3. And the same thing goes for the denominator. We cancel out the 2's here, and then it turns into 5 to the power of 3. So all that's now left to do is to simplify, to multiply out the exponents. So 4 to the power of 3, what is it? 4 times 4 is 16, and then 16 times 4 is 64. And then the bottom, 5 times 5 is 25, times 5 is 125. So this is our answer, and that is how you solve that problem using the first method. But now let's go on, and I'll show you guys how to do this problem a little faster. So now we are here, we're going to do the second method. And the way that I'm going to do this is that I am going to separate this power 3 halves. I'm going to separate it into 1 half times 3. So this 3 halves can be turned into 1 half times 3. 1 half times 3 is 3 halves, so this is the same thing. However, now we can apply the power of 1 half here. We can apply it to our numerator and denominator. But what is power of 1 half? What does it do to a number? Well, a power to the 1/2 is the exact same thing as just square rooting a number. So what we can do is we can apply the power of 1/2 to our numerator and denominator. So our 16, it will be square root of 16 over square root of 25. And don't forget the power of 3, we still have that here. So that's what we have there. And now what is square root of 16? It is 4. And what is square root of 5? What is square root of 25? I got ahead of myself. It is 5 already. I spoiled it. And now this is all still to the power of 3. So remember, when you have power on a fraction, you do the power to the numerator and denominator. So 3 to the power of 3 times 5 to the power of 3, which by the way is called cubed when it's power to 3. So 4 cubed over 5 cubed. And we already did this before, so 4 cubed, 64. And 5 cubed, 125. So that is our answer. So I hope you enjoyed this video. You guys should write in the comments which method you preferred, which method was easier for you, the first method or the second method. And if you have any other methods to solve this problem, which there definitely is other methods to solve it, write them down in the comments. I'd be curious to see what other ways you guys figure out to solve these types of problems. And with that being said, thank you for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it and see you next time. Bye.